This is just a general reading, so it will not resonate with everyone. This is being done live on YouTube. And then I will be taking and doing also February's just general life. And if love does come into the next set, then we'll just go ahead and do it. And like I said, this is for Pisces. But I'll be doing those probably next. I'm also thinking about going live. We've got a nice little storm coming here in the Midwest. So if we do get to where we can't get back out and about, then I will be going live if possible on Facebook, on Roosters Peacock. If you guys want to join in on that one or want to be notified when I am live on the Facebook, then go ahead and go to Roosters Peacock. Don't just follow it. Go ahead and like it as well, so that way it notifies you when I come on. Okay, I'll take it. All right. So this is just a general reading for Pisces, and it is entailing love. So what is Pisces focused on? And it seems like this one, I haven't pulled any more cards, but right now it says self-indulgence. Okay, well, it also means self-worth, focusing on self, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation, taking time for you. Do you see how she's reading a book? She's really kind of getting to know and doing the stuff that she loved before, male or female. Okay. Where will Pisces be sitting as far as love, this group in February? Self-love. That's what I'm getting. Working on themselves. Okay. Show you the cards here in a minute. I'm going to put this together here. All right. The message, it's more of a message that I have for Pisces. Okay. These are the ones that have had love, and then it looks like there's a separation, where they're missing someone, thinking about someone, yearning, unsure of the future. But in the middle here is self-indulgence. Now, if you are self-indulging, then, you know, I'm not a counselor. I don't know how to actually present that to you, but do be wary of that one. But for me, for this one right here, for this group of Pisces, it's focusing on self-worth. They're healing over this separation, okay? The message for this group of Pisces is, no matter what the situation is, obviously there was a separation of some kind or in the middle of a separation, have faith, love is coming, surprise invitation or meeting, okay? Or there's hesitation about love. But I really feel that as Pisces is getting to know each other, know themselves, not each other. Actually, I think there is somebody coming for Pisces, this group, after a separation. This is Pisces who's sitting here. They're focusing on themselves. They're actually kind of having, you know, that tea time with yourself. That's what this is about. This is really just taking the time and just kind of taking a breath out of all the crazy that had gone on. And there's somebody who has left your life. Now, whether you had physically separated from that person or that person was taken away from you without, you know, not by choice, Pisces is sitting here kind of re-getting to know themselves, kind of re-getting to feel more alive. That's what's going on. So I don't feel like digging, for whatever reason, I don't digging more into the love here, other than it's self-love. So what I want to do, I think this group of Pisces just need to have messages. All right. As focusing on self-love, pay attention to your dreams. Your dreams are trying to tell you something. They're guiding you. Literal dreams. And also you need to hang on to the dreams that you have. But this is more of when you're sleeping, go ahead and get yourself a journal, write those down, and then just kind of research them and find out the stuff that you're seeing in your head. It's giving you hints on, you know, of the healing you're doing. And I do feel there's healing here. What's that? You've got the word clarity. Do you see how they're in a bubble? It's all going to be very clear here pretty soon. And in February, and I don't feel it's necessarily so much self-indulgence. I think it's, this is a group of Pisces who are healing. They're healing from a separation or somebody being no longer in their life. They're focusing on self. Now, these are love cards, but see, I'm not seeing a bunch of man, woman, you know, or coupling, or I'm not seeing any of that. This could even represent somebody who's no longer in your life. That could also be a family member. It could be a friend. It could be somebody that you really cared about, that, you know, there was love there. Okay. And that person is no longer with you. And for those of you who have actually had a separation with a partner, it does say, have faith. Love is coming. But the clarity, you will see that's very clear. It won't be any more the black or white, the gray area. It's going to be very clear to you very soon. And in February, it's going to be clear. It's time for taking care of yourself. The message for this group of Pisces is you have the willpower. What do you have the willpower for? You hold your own world within your hands. And you see how she's holding what would be the moon behind her? So all the stuff that has been hidden and not clear is now being put in the past. And now this group of Pisces is seeing clear. And they're actually holding their world in their hand. They're actually waking up. They're no longer going to be sitting here, kind of in that gray area where it's kind of all foggy and no clarification comes. This is about Pisces who is actually getting back out there. As far as loving themselves, they're working very hard on this. We've got the word commitment. And this could do, this is a love reading. So this could be about a commitment where there was a commitment between you and somebody else. And the separation came, whether it was by choice or not. But what I'm focused on right here, and you could be in a commitment right now. I think this right here, to me, before I go any further, with this group of Pisces, what I'm seeing here is this is the group of Pisces who are sitting here and they're like, okay, I've got to focus on myself. I really need to get to know myself. You could be married. You could be married right now and feel completely separated from this person because you know what? It's just like in this gray area. But what I really feel here is even if you are committed, Pisces will start seeing the blessings that are around them in their life. Do you see how the moon is no longer being held behind, but it's illuminated? Things are being seen. You're no longer living in this gray area. All right. You will be able to, and I see truth and peace. You will be, this group of Pisces will be seeking their true peace, not just the truth or the truth will be peace, but I feel it's true peace that this group of Pisces is working on in February. Okay. Internal peace. And you see the doves over here in the commitment? Peace. All right. And it could be and they are also tying the knot, the heart knot. Okay. Commitment. This group of Pisces is now, their third eye is starting to wake up. Everybody is born with gut intuition. And I use the example, you're standing in a store. Somebody comes up to you. They're very friendly. You can feel this immediately. And you're like, well, hi, how are you? Oh, hi, how are you? Just chit chat. And then you have somebody who's just, oh my Lord, what they would call the Karens. Okay, you have someone like that, or somebody who's just not a very good person walks up to you. And what's the first thing you want to do is retreat. You want to get away from that person. Okay, this group of Pisces have a greater intuition with their third eye. It's starting to wake back up. And how are they doing this? Because they're doing the self-work on themselves. They're focusing on self-worth, time to heal, shadow work. That's what the shadow work is about, is getting back in touch with themselves. This is getting to know yourself again, Pisces. And in the meantime, what are they working on? They're working on their financial health. And how are they doing it? Because it's something they're very talented at. All right. And again, here's career. All right. So focus and focus. That is your greatest strength, is your talent and putting your passion into your work. All right. It will greatly. And see, this is actually supposed to be a love reading, and it is a love reading, but it's self-love. And in the meantime, it's showing you what you're working on, which is you're working on your strengths. You're coming back again. You're working on your career, your financial health, and you do have great talents. And these talents are probably part of your career, which will build that little money bag. All right. And in the meantime, it's still making you feel more lifted up, more confident. Okay. Pisces is working on getting their compassion back. All right. Most Pisces already have their compassion, but you know what? Sometimes whatever this past circumstance was, it kind of made them go within themselves. Pisces is waking up in February. They're no longer going to be sitting there. They're really they're coming back. That's it. They're really presenting themselves back to the world again. Okay. see here. By the 16th of February, I feel this group of Pisces will be feeling more right in their mind. They will be feeling more willpower, more compassion. You'll be feeling more alive. Yep. Why? Because you're walking through that door from the past and see all the butterflies. You're transforming. Self-love. So you're starting a new way, okay? For some of you, we've got the word family, reconnecting. And sometimes, you know, this could be literally your family, or it could be people who are like your friends. You know, friends can be like family. Okay, it's reconnecting. I get this as reconnecting to people. Even if there has been times where there has been disagreements. This could be mending of the old, of things that have kind of gone on the wayside because of whatever happened in the past. This month, Pisces will no longer be living in that cage. And I feel this is a self-imposed cage. And if it's not a self-imposed cage, do you see the dove? Peace. They're going to be getting their peace one way or the other. They are kind of centering themselves. Freedom. They're no longer living in this past. They're no longer going to cage themselves. All right. All Pisces has to do is open up the door. And in February, I believe that's exactly what's happening. Self-worth, self-love, living again. They'll find that inspiration again. And I think I see the word talent. There's something that this group of Pisces is very good at. And I think you'll start feeling the and compassion, something to do with compassion. All right. I'm hearing this again. Inspiration. You will be inspired to take and do you see how she's illuminating a light? You will be illuminating your own light in February. In the meantime, you will be healing. How will you be healing? Through self-love. Then we have the card answers. All right. Do you see? This is, to me, this would be a shaman. And it's right up there with the intuition and just knowing. Pisces is waking up again. This is complete self-awareness, self-waking up, self-becoming more alive, coming back to life. This is what I'm getting. The answers you seek are within yourself. Do you see all the birds around here? All right. What am I looking at here? Birds. Yep. All the answers lie within you, Pisces. And you are no longer going to sit here and with all the clutter. Do you see the birds? You know, normally I'd say these are doves and peace, but this feels like it's all the clutter, all the past clutter. You're now illuminating your light. Some of you may actually be traveling. For others, it's going to mean that you're completely moving on from this past that has made you to where it made you feel where you were just kind of, you know, in limbo. You weren't really feeling alive. Do you see how the light's illuminating from her? Yeah, coming back to life, getting back out there, loving again. This is about Pisces who have more trust and faith in their future, and they're no longer looking so much at the storm clouds. They're actually looking at the sun that's coming through. So this is kind of like from whatever happened in the past, whether it was through a commitment or a loss of a loved one. This group of Pisces is not sitting here feeling all foggy and can't think. This is actually, you know, it kind of brought you down to where you can't, you know, you couldn't really, I won't say function. You were still functioning. It's just not on the level where you feel like yourself. You know, there's times when people be like, you know, I just don't feel like myself. Okay, well, this was to an extreme where you got caged within these thoughts and feelings to where your intuition and your third eye and your light was kind of just dimmed. Okay, so trust. That's the word, trust. Trust that you are coming out of this. You are. Do you see how she has the angel wings and she is looking at the light? She's no longer focused on this emotional internal storm. All right. For some of you, for whatever reason, the word reconciliation comes in here. Whether this has to do with the coupling or it has to do with family. For some reason, I feel like saying family. Reconciliation. And it could be reconciliation with yourself. Just being okay with what has happened in the past and go ahead and just reconcile with your past and moving on so you can actually live. This is about Pisces who are joining together with themselves, or if there's a reconciliation, whether it's family members or lovers, it's coming right with yourself. That's what it is. And this is going to be leading to happiness for this group of Pisces. And they already feel it. It's kind of like a little spark. You feel it and you're just like, oh, okay. And then the next day you might be like, oh, where's my energy? Okay, well, you know what they say? When you have no energy, it's because there's something, I won't say necessarily lacking, but needs to be re-energized. Okay, and this is what this group of Pisces is working on. So yes, this is a love reading. It is about self-love and coming right with your past and coming right with whatever happened. And focusing on self and knowing it's okay to focus on self. Sometimes you have to focus on self. You can't, it's kind of like if you do not sit here and, example, if you don't sit here and eat and you don't eat forever, right? Say you don't eat for a week. You cannot, if other people do need you, and there are, it does feel like there's family around that they do need you, but it's kind of like kind of checked out. Like the energy is not there. But in February, this is changing. It's kind of like something sparked you and it's kind of brought you back. But if you are drained of energy because you have not put the proper stuff within yourself, whether it's thoughts, feelings, and a lot of this is past thoughts and feelings as well that have been quite negative, or it's been foggy, or it's been sad. Okay. Once you start feeding, if you don't feed yourself, then how are you supposed to help other people? How are you supposed to connect with other people? Okay, this group of Pisces, you are connecting with yourself. You are feeding yourself. You're feeding yourself the right proper things. You are getting back on track. You are waking up. This gray area is it's not going to be there. It's still going to be a little bit, but you're going forward. You're no longer stepping back in that past. Okay, that fog, you're no longer going to live in that fog. You're swooshing it away. You're not even going to mess with it. Focusing on well-being, self-love. That is the key. And do you see the moon again? Around the full moon in February, this is exactly how you're going to be feeling. You'll be letting those old past negative thoughts or those old past feelings that have been overwhelming to the point it feels like somebody's laying on top of you, you're letting them go, and you're starting to wake up, and you're starting to illuminate your light and show the world again. You're transforming. You are changing. You are working on your well-being. What did I say? Transformation. You are changing, and in a good way. And focusing on self-love. Do you see how she's sitting there and she's sitting in front of a mirror and she's taking care of herself? All right, if there has been a time where you're like, you know what, I really need to take care of myself. I don't take care of myself the way I used to. We're not talking dirty or anything like that. I'm talking like, what you used to do that you like to do. Me, I like to paint my toenails. Sometimes, it gets busy and I don't. But there's stuff like that and that's just a small little example, whatever it is, whether you got your hair done or you put your makeup on, if you're a female, male, whatever it was. If there's certain thing, maybe it's that haircut you like. This is focusing on self and self-love. You are going to be focusing on this again and starting to really appreciate yourself. And why are you doing this? Because you're finally coming to closure with this past. You're walking out of this dark forest. You're no longer going to sit there. Not saying you have to forget, but you are no longer going to be living and punishing. For some, it's punishing yourself for something that is not your responsibility. That's what it feels like. Around the moon, you will be feeling more empowered within yourself. Self-love. You will be feeling, do you see the moon? Life's purpose. You will be reconnecting and coming back to life. You will be working on your prosperity. And prosperity is not just actual coins and stuff like that, but you will be. For this one, I feel it's both. Prosperity is how you feel about yourself, what you emanate to other people, into the world. This also has to do with wealth in this instance as well, because you're focusing on your career. You're getting your passion back. You're no longer sitting in this darkness anymore. Around the moon, you know you're protected. You're starting to reconnect with your purpose and your intuition. And that it's what most people call the gut feeling. Okay, you're starting to come back. That is an awesome thing. Fertility. This could do with children. This could do with pregnancy. Perhaps there's a pregnancy in your life that has made you start waking up and feeling like you're more alive. But for me, for this group of Pisces, what I'm really feeling is fertile. Fertile, what does that mean? When you've got fertile soil, what is it going to do? It's going to grow the best things when you take care of that soil and you feed that soil, correct? Fertility. So you are taking care of yourself. It's kind of like you're fertilizing yourself. Okay, you're taking self-care. And the confidence is going to come back. But you know what? You're overcoming and transforming from this grieving of the past. Pisces, that is not a bad read whatsoever, but I definitely, around the full moon, in February, I do believe the self-love, you will be feeling this. You will be feeling it more. All right, these are just some short reads. Like I said, this is just for a general small group of Pisces. I'm going to get the rest of them out, and then I will be working on general tarot reads for each sign. But for Pisces, it was focusing on self-love. All right, if you guys enjoy my channel, at the bottom there, you can go ahead and hit subscribe if you like. And then if you hit the bell, then it will notify you when I come live or I upload new videos. And the next round when I go live to do general readings, I will be on Facebook on Roosters Peacock. So if you want to, you're welcome to go over there and like it. Don't just follow it, but like it so it'll notify you when I go live and you guys can join in. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.